I would like my ideal date to be somebody who has respect, somebody who has trust, someone who has open communication, person who rather not put you down, but embraces you and uplift you in your ideas, somebody who is not excessively negative, person who is rather proud of your accomplishments and successes, and somebody who is honest and caring, and last but not least, somebody who is of God and who is carrying out the temporal laws of God and who does it in an everyday daily life. And that's about it.
My worst dating experience. Wow, okay. So, I met this fine guy, nice looking, nice height, nice color, complexion, real suave kind of fella. And we had agreed to go to Poop Deck out Cable Beach in Nassau. So upon arriving there, he already had the table set up. The waitress was already ready to take my order and my drink order and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is a change. So we talked about little things, nothing major, because this was our first date. So he was gentleman enough to ask, oh, so where do you see yourself 5 years from now? The regular cliched lines that you hear. And I gave him my answer, and he's like, good. He sees himself owning his own business, and he has his home already being started. So I'm like, oh, okay, so this guy is like, he's ready, in all areas. He's ready, fine. Something got to be off. That's now the next thing in my mind. Something has to be wrong with this whole picture. But I didn't look for it that night, because it started off nice. And so we got our food, we began to eat, and he's like, you really enjoying this, huh? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, are you enjoying it? So he's like, yes, totally. I mean, I get fine wine, I get fine food, I have a fine woman. And I'm like all smiles and blushing, you could see my deep dimples, So I'm like, oh yeah, Charlene, you hit the jackpot with this one, Little did I know the horror was coming. So the waitress came and she's like, anything else? So he's like, hun, anything else you would like? So I was like, no, I think I had enough, just pack the food up. So he's like, okay, cool. You can pack her food up, that's fine. So I'm like, cool. So she rests the little wallet with the receipt for the bill on the table. So he's like looking at me like, okay. And I'm looking at him like, okay. Isn't the guy usually the one that grabs the bill? So he says, oh, okay, let me go ahead and do my thing then. I was like, oh, really? That's not a question. So he opens the bill and he's like, so that's my phone. He pulls out his phone, he opens up the calculator, and he's like, so I had this and I had that. And he's adding his total, and I'm like, what in the world? What? And he's adding his on. He's like, oh, and then is 15% gratuity, okay. And this dude is adding it to the T. And he's like, okay, so Charlene, your half is $53.72. And my half is $44.50. So you can see why I'm not going to pay for yours, because you had more than me. And I'm like left there with mouth open, shocked to the world, and I'm like, is this dude for real? At the end of it all, is this dude for real? Like, okay, somebody is pranking me. Where's the cameras? Yeah, I'm on candid camera somewhere. Come on, somebody come out quick. He was serious. So I politely I said, can I see the bill? So he said, sure, no problem. So I pulled the bill towards me. I looked at the total. I took out my debit card. I placed it in there. I hold the bill. When the waitress came, I said, this is for everything. So I showed him that I was still, at the end of the day, a woman who can still carry her weight as well as someone else's. But that was the worst date ever. I never, ever experienced that.